been one hell of a show, Biz. I tell you what, man. Trish and Roxy tore it up Sky.
What a war.
You know, he came in here like a house of fire.
I think you're going to be paying for a broken wrist here, unfortunately. Sky is an absolute animal.
And he's one of those guys, he's just unhinged, and you don't really know what Sky's doing. But, you know, up next is the main event here. Calvin Tankman versus Bryan Keith. And I want to get your thoughts on this. You know, we were able to put this together, but I just want to get your thoughts on Bryan Keith versus Calvin Tankman.
I mean, it's a dream match, right? You take a guy like Calvin Tankman, Bryan Keith's biggest obstacle to this point.
Absolutely.
That style, I mean, it's just going to be an absolute war. And this has been a night of wars. What you put on here tonight is just an absolute night of wars.
And we're going to send it up to Kiss here for the introductions here.
It is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the new Texas Pro Championship.
I'm going to get a good seat for this, Biz. You know, I'm going to let you sit, and when Kiss comes back, y'all be calling the action, baby.
Awesome, brother. And this man right here is an absolute tank. Big Starks brand in the house. Calvin Tankman. And when you talk about this style, you know, some call it strong style. It's very reminiscent of the world-class style that was popular here in Dallas. This man right here definitely represents that style well. You know, they used to leave welts on the body here in Dallas. I think that's absolutely what you're about to see here tonight. As these two it's going to be live rounds all night long. Hey, Proctor's here. Always good to see Proctor.
You see me up next with Texas Pro Champions, brother.
Lights go out. He is sponsored by Stage Media. He is sponsored by Switzer House. He is the bounty hunter, Bryan Keith. He is the king of the underground. And as somebody that used to run with the guys that ran the underground around here, he 100% fits that mold. I think Iceman King Parsons would be very happy with the display that we're about to see here. And I think it's fair to say he 100% understands the task that is in front of him. And you guys will love this one. I have just been informed that the referee has been asked to lax the rules for this very important heavyweight championship main event.
contest is the main event, and it is for the new Texas Pro Championship. Representing Big Starks brand and Tiger Driver 9X is the challenger from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 355 pounds. This is Calvin Tankman.
That is a big, big boy.
And his opponent from Greenpoint, Texas, weighing in at 200 pounds. He is the bounty hunter. He is the underground king. He is the new Texas Pro Champion, Bryan Keith.
It's the chance of BK ring out in Dallas, Texas. Bryan Keith. He's globetrotting a little bit more these days, but he is still Texas's own. Taking a long look at that title. He knows how big of a task this is in front of him. The biggest challenge to his belt so far.
All right, here we go. That's what it's all about. This, the new Texas Pro Championship. This is our main event. New Texas Pro Championship on the line. The champion, the bounty hunter, Bryan Keith, the underground king, defending against Calvin Tankman, heavyweight hustle. One fall to a finish.
Tankman ain't going easy. We're about to have a firefight, brother. They are going to beat the shit
Ring the
out
bell,
of each
here
other.
we go.
Little extra on that bell for this one. Big match.
All right, new Texas Pro Championship is on the line. There you see the challenger, Calvin Tankman, weighing in at an impressive 355 pounds. Going up against the underground king, Bryan Keith, at 200 pounds. And there you see Aaron Mercer, the #1 contender. He's going to challenge the winner of this matchup on November 27th, live on IWTV.
This
for
is
the new Texas Pro title.
We see Mercer. I'm going to tell you, this is what we call a locker room sellout.
Bryan Keith, you mentioned 200 pounds, outweighed by 155 pounds. A startling distinction between the two. But if anybody's going to be able to put the big man down, it's our champion, the underground king, Bryan Keith.
Yeah, the question here, Keith has to get him into deep water, right? But the question is, can he make it that far? That's a lot of knockout power right there. Yep, and you ain't gonna do it with Calvin Tankman on top of you.
I mean, Calvin Tankman, if he sits on top of you, he'll move when he feels like moving.
Yep.
Already throwing these blows, raining down. Is exactly the opposite of where the champion wants to be. Wisely gets out of it.
He's just putting those paws on him, man.
Bryan Keith has been the face of Texas Pro for some time, finally capturing the new Texas Pro Championship from Mysterious Q. And since then, he's been on one hell of a roll, Biz.
Oh, that he has. I mean, the thing that really sticks out to me, there's a match with Davey Richards, of course, but that Monster Ball match, the stuff he went through, outside of his normal element, you know, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, the Bounty Hunter has been thrown so many wrenches in his way since becoming champion. He's been a fighting champion, fighting all kinds of contenders. And as you said, that Monsters Ball at Hocus Pocus was the closest I've seen Bounty Keith from maybe losing that championship, but he still squeaked away, still was able to come out of that the victor. But this might be his toughest task to date.
Definitely the biggest task, and yeah.
I mean, quite literally and figuratively, Calvin Tankman towering over our champion.
How do you, I mean, you know some of the guys that he runs with. He doesn't have anyone that he can duplicate this size and this power with. You know, anything that he game planned, he's going to have to figure out if it works within the first 5-10 minutes of this match.
And the thing about Calvin Tankman, which he's shown on MLW and all over the world, is that he is a hybrid athlete, which is all the more impressive. The fact that he's got such density, such size, and such strength, but he can hit you with high-flying maneuvers. Because he can hit you in so many ways. Here with a nice hold on Bryan Keith in the center of the ring. He can come at you in so many different ways. I think we might see a new Texas Pro champion here tonight, Biz.
Here's the deal, man. When you get to this level, when you get to the level of a new Texas Pro, you have to be an athlete. You can have a specialized skill, but underneath it, you better be an athlete or you're not going to survive. That's the world that we live in now.
Look at those signature chops from Bryan Keith having no effect on Calvin Tankman, but then one strike from Tankman takes our champion down.
I mean, unless you're just an absolute psychopath that doesn't feel pain like Sky De La Cremosa, you better be an athlete, you know?
It's been just complete chaos so far. We saw Sky De La Cremosa. Do we have an update on Eddie Martinez might have broken the hand?
I guarantee
see
you
Calvin
that's a
doing his
broken
best
wrist
to
at
break
least.
the chest of Brownie Keith. And, I mean, we still don't have any clarity about what happened with Max Heights in our opening contest for the Lone Star Championship. It's been one hell of a night here, Biss. And we're ending things on a big note. Calvin Tankman, you see Bryan Keith trying to get out of the way. Look at the big man move. Right into a knee.
Caught him right in the temple.
And he throws him all the way to the outside, but Tankman lands on his feet.
Oh, keep an eye on Keith. Keep an eye on Keith.
Going, 2 feet right to the face.
And that's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. He needs to stay on top of him on the outside here.
Fans at ringside trying to move out of the way.
Yeah, we got the word slightly before the start of this match. Referee has been asked to lax the rules.
Well, there's so much on the line
Yeah,
here in our main event.
we need a clear winner here.
You got to let a lot of things go. You see the referee trying to get these two in the ring. He hasn't really even been leaning into that count. You see another strike takes Keith down.
Chest cave.
These two just going all around ringside. The new Texas Pro Championship on the line, our main event. We're live on IWTV.
Well, that's a crossface, but that was almost a jab.
It's another one. God, just right there in front of Aaron Mercer. Aaron Mercer, the #1 contender. He's going to challenge one of these two men.
Those crossfaces technically legal. You're basically running your forearm into someone's jaw.
God, you can hear the thud, sickening thud, and that's a hand on chest, Biss.
Yeah. Now, the spirit of a crossface is to create separation in a hole. It is not to drive the forearm across a jawline.
Now there's a chop block while you saw Calvin distracted with some members in the audience.
It may be the only way to take him down.
And not trying to
Keith ain't no saint either, man, so you know he's going to do whatever it takes.
Ref Bounty telling the fans at ringside to move around. Now wait a minute,
some
Bryan,
leverage.
come on now.
Getting some leverage.
No, Calvin hoists him up.
He scooped him.
Oh my
damn!
God! Oh my God.
There goes the chair deposit. There goes Keith's back.
Can we get a referee checking on Bryan Keith? Jesus. Biss. Calvin Tankman just tossing Bryan Keith like a toy.
They asked for lax rules. You're getting lax rules.
Well, I mean, come on. There's got to be some semblance of structure here, Biss. This is a wrestling match, right? Bryan Keith, God, rolling
This
the ring.
Spoiler alert, this is a fight, brother. They're gonna fight.
Well, this might not go for much longer. I mean, my God. Calvin Tankman just tossed. That's a 200-pound man in there, Biss, and he just tossed him into ringside.
Yeah, but that's the boss of these areas.
Now look at the face. Look at the face of the Underground King.
Don't toy with him. Do not toy with him.
Oh! God!
Straight down.
Tankman again takes the referee's trying to get in there, asking Keith wants to keep going.
The referee is terrified of a concussion, of a standing knockout here.
Well, I know Bryan Keith is
right
not
on
going
top
to quit
of
for
it.
anything. You're going to have to knock him unconscious for him to say he's going to quit. God, and a clubbing blow. Go and return fire
right
from
back.
Bryan Keith.
Live rounds, baby.
There's another one. God, and again, every blow that Calvin throws onto our champion, the champion crumbles. And then just tossing him across the ring.
The biggest Beal I've ever seen, man. He's still talking. He is still jawing with him.
I mean, this is just delaying the inevitable. I mean, Calvin Tankman, this has been just so dominant since the get-go.
Man, and that has got to get in the head of the champion. Bryan Keith has fired everything he's got, and this guy is still talking shit to him.
Calvin Tankman, just those kicks, almost toying with the Underground King now. Bryan Keith, again, back up. That face of defiance. Another kick to the chest
And
of
it's
Tankman.
the fact that Tankman just says, bring it again, has to be demoralizing.
I knew this match was going to be hard-hitting, Biss, but I didn't think it was going to be anything like this. Oh, no, Calvin caught him. Oh my God!
His head's in the third row. He just
Cover.
decapitated him.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Oh my God! Brian Keith kicking out.
I mean, we're shocked, but should we be surprised? The guy, I mean, how tough is Bryan Keith?
I'm not surprised at this. I'm the opposite of surprised that Bryan Keith would keep fighting, but this
But
cannot.
that clothesline, man, he knocked him.
I mean, Bryan has been a fighting champion, and you got to believe that if he were to lose here tonight, he would get another shot. But I mean, the longer he goes here, he's just pushing. He's cutting years off of his life. I mean, my God.
Probably is, if we're going to be honest. Not to get too
ridiculous.
dark with it. But man, he's got to take him in deep waters. So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, when is enough enough, Biss? That's what I'm asking. You just said
it's going to be a lot of punishment.
These two men asked the referee to let it go because there's so much on the line, the new Texas Pro title. But there's got to be a line where you say enough is enough. When is enough enough for Bryan Keith?
Whatever it takes to retain that title, man. That's his world right now. That's the only thing he's focused on.
You see the cool, calm, collected Aaron Mercer.
Yeah, you see what he's focused on.
Aaron Mercer is going to the main event of 25 lighters on November 27th. Is he going to be facing our champion, Bryan Keith, or is he going to be facing Calvin Tankman? Go to rapid fire forearms.
I mean, Mercer's got to be thinking, can he put an armbar on this big man? If this big man wins the title tonight, can he put an armbar on him?
Got him standing in Zaguri.
Got him right behind the ear.
Calvin's still on his feet though.
Oh, he's lopsy.
No. Now Bounty Hunter trying to go for a side suplex.
Too much.
Come on now, Brian. God.
Oh my God.
Swinging him over to Calvin. Oh my God.
He's out. He's freaking out.
Call it, ref.
He's out. Ref's checking him.
Ref is checking him, but again, you said they were going to let so much go here. Calvin looks like he's a little staggered from that succession of blows from
Keith's there. I don't know if he knows where he is, but he is there.
Here we go. Oh my God, Keith again gets the shoulder up.
And, you know, I hate to quarterback from the chair here, but if Tankman had followed up just a little bit earlier there, you know, it'd come right down with him.
I don't think that Calvin is worried about his position. This has been all Calvin Tankman. Not a lot of body on body on that cover, but Bryan Keith again still fighting back and again goes right down.
I mean, everybody that he's come across, he's gone toe-to-toe. He's gone toe-to-toe with Davey freaking Richards.
Got a referee get out of the way there.
But just power from Calvin Tankman is just on a different level.
Calvin Tankman is an all-different beast. This is the biggest test of Bryan Keith's reign as new Texas Pro Champion, maybe the biggest test of his career. He's fighting just to survive here, Biss.
I will tell you right now, these two right here.
And look at Bryan Keith. That face, look on his face, like, no, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. And you see Calvin almost in disgust and shock that Bryan Keith is still in this.
Now, you talked earlier about these old guys on podcasts, man. I have never seen a better tribute to what it meant to be the Texas style of wrestling, the Dallas Territory style, than this right here, man.
My God! The heart, the passion of Bryan Keith, but is that enough? As Calvin vicious knees right to the face. And again, might be wearing down.
Lining him up.
Slowly but surely, maybe Bryan Keith is
up and over. Just manhandles him.
But it's taking a little bit longer and longer for Calvin to come in on the attack on Bryan. Maybe little by little, Bryan is chopping down the big man, but is he going to have enough time to take Calvin out?
It's rope-a-dope, but he's fighting his ass off the whole time, you know what I mean? Like he's trying to get him in these deeper waters, but he's still firing off. He's still shooting shots.
You got to believe the longer this match goes, I mean, you'd think just from a weight perspective that it would favor Bryan Keith from a cardiovascular level. That maybe that is what Bryan Keith is trying to do. But what kind of strategy is that? Is just endure the pain that is Calvin Tankman.
It's the only strategy he's got, man. It's the only option.
But maybe it's finally just trying to start some dividends. No, Calvin firing up. Another foot to the face.
If Calvin Tankman has the gas tank to go,
Bryan going for that side suplex again.
Go move for move with Bryan Keith as this juts into 15, 20, 30 minutes long. No one will ever take that belt off of him. He is unstoppable.
His paintbrushing kicks from Keith. Going for that suplex. Oh,
he got him.
God,
he got
it! Bryan Keith suplexes Tankman inside out.
And it knocked the wind out of Tankman.
For the first time, Tankman is down. But can Keith capitalize? Can he capitalize? Oh, no. Tough break for Keith. Calvin rolling to the outside.
Now Tankman controls when he gets back in that ring. Now Tankman controls how well he's rested when he gets back in that ring.
Bryan Keith!
Missed him.
Nobody home. Oh, no.
Tankman caught him. Tankman caught him.
No.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Into the post. Into the post. The corner of the post.
Calvin powerbombing Bryan Keith right into the ring post on the outside. Now run in, start. This is not a good move, Keith.
Oh! Keith has him lined up.
Calvin, I think, just went face first into that.
Holy.
Oh, no.
Get out of the whole building. Get out of the whole building.
Ow! Rodeo DDT on the outside. And now both men are down.
This is awesome.
Referee's count is up. And amazingly, Bryan Keith is the first one rising to his feet. Got the fight of this champion, Biss. I don't think Tankman finally starting to stir, I believe.
Both guys are spent. Both guys have taken a beating.
Tankman is up to his feet. Keith finally getting some reprieve here from the onslaught of Tankman. Referee checking on the champion again, letting a lot of this go. This could have been a 10 count already. He wants these two guys in the ring. We want to settle who's the best. Who's the man here at New Texas Pro? Who's going to be the New Texas Pro champion?
We need a clear winner. We got to have it.
And there you see the Underground King showing why he is the face, a New Texas Pro.
And those shots registering just a little bit more with Tankman now.
Tankman again.
Power is still there.
Drops Bounty Keith, but look. The fight on the face of Keith.
Yeah, what we're seeing now. Keith's strikes are registering just a little bit more, and Tankman's are registering just a little bit less.
Oh, come on, heavyweight hustle. Wobbly on his feet there. Again takes Bryan Keith down, and Bryan Keith right back up
There's
to
the
his
fighting
feet.
spirit. There it is. Don't stop hitting him. Just keep hitting him.
Come on, Bryan. Flurry from Keith.
Elbow.
From Tankman on the Keith.
Back elbow.
That might have been all that Keith had left.
Like
Tankman's
freaking
coming
Godzilla.
in.
Up and over. Kick right to the midsection. Yep.
He's going. Easy going for the
Drop him on
rodeo
his dome.
DDT.
The strength.
No.
The strength. Calvin says no, sir.
Oh my God, Bryan Keith up.
Up and
Slips
over.
out of the way.
Up and over.
Oh, foot right to the face.
Going up top. Yep. Very nice. Very nice.
Calvin looks like he might be out of it. Calvin Tankman looks like he might be out of it. Bryan Keith's going for the cover. No. Oh my God. At the very last moment, Tankman kicked out and threw Bryan Keith out of it. Aaron Mercer watching on. One of these two men is going to be the New Texas Pro champion. We're going to stick with this. We're going to wait. We're not going to go to a count-out. We're not going to go to a time limit. We're going to decide who is the man here at New Texas Pro.
BK up to his feet first.
Knee
right to his back. Yep.
Again, Calvin's still up.
Oh,
Again, Calvin powers down
One
in
count.
one. He
At
powered
one.
out in one.
he is a freaking animal, man. Pop up. Back elbow. He's out on his damn feet. Sammy, he's out on his feet.
He's got the champion measured. Calvin Tankman stalking the champion. Mike is
Doesn't know where he is.
waiting for him to get
Doesn't
up.
know where he is.
Oh, There's the back forearm. Keith ducked out of the way. Oh, meeting
Hit
of
the
the
head.
minds. 2 headbutts, but Calvin's still up.
Holy
Powerbomb!
shit! Stacks him up. That's it. Gotta be it.
No!
Oh!
My God! That's it.
Rolls him up.
That's it. No, Mike!
How? How in the hell? He rolled the shoulder. He didn't defiantly kick out. He rolled the shoulder. But that's enough for this match to continue.
Calvin Tankman arguing with the referee. Referee says it's 2. This hard-hitting classic will continue. Was that the last gasp miss? Oh my God.
You'll never get me to count Bryan Keith out. But man, this is the most trouble we've seen him in.
This is no, I don't like this.
What?
This is not good. Bryan Keith is down, and Calvin Tankman. Now this can't be. Calvin Tankman going up, knocks off the bounty hunter's hat. Aaron Mercer is on his feet. Tankman is up on the top turnbuckle.
Shouldn't have touched the hat.
He shouldn't have touched the hat. But can Bryan Keith take advantage of this? Maybe Tankman took too long.
He's too damn big, man.
I don't like
He's
it.
too damn big.
I mean, there might just not be enough left. There might not be enough left for Bryan Keith to beat. Oh my God.
He just pawed him off the top rope. Just pawed him.
Calvin Tankman trying to reposition himself up on that top. There's a lot of weight up there. 350 plus pounds man. Grabbing Bryan Keith by the face. What is he thinking here?
No.
Oh my God, he's got himself for a
Holy
Tankman
shit.
driver.
And a foul
He's got a
swoop.
Tankman driver off the
Has
top.
him up to the shoulder.
You can't do this. Tankman.
Keith holding on to the
Tankman
front.
driver. Oh my God.
Got him in the diamond dust.
Diamond Dust, cutter off the top.
Shades
Tries
of
to
Masato
shoot the half.
Tanaka.
That's it.
Here is your winner and still new Texas Pro Champion, Bryan Keith.
What?
We were preparing for devastation. A Tankman driver off the top rope, but Bryan Keith, the tenacious champion, turned it into a cutter, turned it into Diamond Dust off the top.
If you watch, he had one hand on the rope, kept his balance, was able to flip over, turn it into that Diamond Dust maneuver. In a night of wars, that was the most epic and crazy thing I have ever seen between two human beings.
What a war.
With just their fists and their bodies, they destroyed each other.
What a
tonight.
war that
Absolutely
was.
incredible.
Bryan Keith, by hook or by crook, the Underground King still reigns atop his kingdom here at New Texas Pro as our New Texas Pro Champion. That wasn't a wrestling match, because that was a war.
And I know Tankman's from Naptown, and I'm sure they have a lot of pride, but this is Texas, and this is Texas-style wrestling, man.
Tankman. Now wait a minute. Aaron Mercer's in the ring now. See Calvin Tankman showing some respect to our champion, Aaron Mercer. And we now know the main event, the 25 lighters on November 27th. It will be Aaron Mercer versus Bryan Keith for the New Texas Pro Championship. And there you see Aaron Mercer holding Bryan Keith's title. Maybe just a warning here. This is intense. This is ultra intense, miss.
away from this epic confrontation. Aaron Mercer, Bryan Keith, New Texas Pro Championship. Bryan Keith. Can anybody stop the Underground King and this awesome, awesome reign here at New Texas Pro?